a bill, fold it in half like so, and you can see a little box like this. All I have to do is just wave my hand, magically turn into an origami heart, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since we last see you here on this platform. So thank you for all the new subscribers that subscribe to my channel. Today I thought I'd give you guys a little gift for Valentine's since it's coming up and maybe you're looking for something cute, something romantic to perform for your loved one. Paperheart trick is a very fun trick and I have this very simplified version that I think you guys are going to love it. It's very easy to do, not difficult at all, and you can perform this on video camera to give to your loved one. Now, if you stay around to the very end, I'm actually doing a little bit of giveaways. So we're going to pick 5 winners at the end of this video, so stick around, you don't want to miss that. So before we get into the trick, let's talk a little bit about the history of how Paperheart came about. Back in 2011, I released my first Valentine's magic video, and you guys seem to really enjoy that. So I made another one in 2012, 2013, 2014, etc. If you have not seen those videos, you can click the link down below. It's pretty fun. I'm too embarrassed to look at it right now, but they were fun back then. Now, I believe on 2014 or 2013 actually, there was a scene where I turned the bill into an origami heart. And at that time, I didn't actually have a full method on how to perform it. So from there, I was obsessed with the idea of turning a bill into a heart. So I came up with so many different variations. 2 years ago, I released a paper heart with the gimmick version on my website, which is sold out right now. Now, if you stick around to the very end, I will give away a download of the advanced version, the gimmick version that I sell online for completely free. So stay around, let's get into the folding of the origami heart. Okay, before we get into the trick, I'm going to teach you how to fold this origami heart. Now don't worry, it's not difficult at all. You can actually fold this and learn this in under just a few minutes. So grab any bill, I'll teach you how to do this right now. Now, if you happen to know already how to fold this origami heart, you can actually skip to the next section and we'll teach you how to perform the effect itself. I have US dollar bill is fine. I have Korean bill here and I have a Chinese 100 yuan bill here. Now the reason I show you this because the size and the dimension on every currency is a little bit different. If you kind of compare, you can see that the Chinese bill is a little bit taller, a little bit wider, and American dollar is almost the same length, just a little bit taller. Now what you're looking for is that you want to find a bill that is not too tall. Now because what we have to do with the procedure to fold the bill, the heart, you want to make sure that the first step when you do like this, a triangle part, as you can see, when I fold this in half, it almost passed the line of the center of this bill. So you actually don't really want that. Now, I'll tell you how to fix this in just a second, but let's get started with a dollar bill first, and I'll teach you how to fix if your bill happened to be too tall. You want to fold this in half like this, and every time you do this, try to be as precise as you can. You want to make sure you have a nice clean fold, so make sure it's nice and clean. I love to use my nail, so that way you get a really crisp fold of the bill. Once you get this in half, take any of the sides, so I'm using the back right now. So you need to decide first if you want the front part to be the main part of it or the back part to be outside of the heart. So in this case, we're gonna have the outside to be the outside of the heart, okay? When you fold the inside like this to a triangle like this, so make sure this corner is clean like that. You do initial fold first and then use your nail to make a nice line. Repeat the same thing down to this corner, and you can actually align with this line the pre-fold one. Just crease like this and use your nail and crease like this. Okay, so once you have this, as you can see, we have 2 X now. You want to grab this X, the opposite corner, and we're going to create a little pinch right here. Now, if you kind of use your nail and bring everything together, you want to crease that nice and tight like that. And now you can actually press that X down into another triangle, like this, okay? Something like this. Next step, take this corner, you're going to fold it up to the very top. So fold this up to the top like this and push it down. Same thing on the side, fold this up to here and push it down just like so. again, here, up like this, and again here to here. Now, once you have done that, you should be something like this. From this part, you want to use your finger, open inside of that fold like this, and use your right hand. You can push down and turn that triangle into a square. Now make sure the corner matches this corner here. So push it down and press just like that. So far, we should end up with something just like this, okay? Next step, you want to take this corner, you're going to fold this in half. So turning that little triangle, you want to fold this in half to the center line of that square. So this part starts to get a little bit tricky because the fold starts to get a little bit tight. So fold like this. Like this. Again, as I mentioned, it's not difficult, it's just a little bit tedious on the repeated process. But once you do this for a while, you can actually do this quite quickly. Again, use your thumb. You want to open into that triangle, open like this and push down. So we're going to create that little triangle, something like that. Now repeat that with all the corners. As you can see, we have resembled almost the full heart. Now to complete it, as you can see, we have a nice line at the end. We're going to bring these two together like this. And you want to fold this in half, just like that. Okay? Very close now. And you can see on the back, we have this extra piece here. We're going to hide that by just tucking that in. So what I like to do is I like to fold this over here like that one time, and then open this up and tuck it inside. Same thing here, you want to fold like this, open this and put this inside. Now, all you have to do is just fold this in half down, just like so. And now you have completed an origami heart. For me personally, I like to have the origami heart to be nice and flat like this so that I can display and it just look a little bit nicer for me. Now, you don't want to do this when the heart is kind of like opening like this, you know, it looks a little bit messy for my taste. So all you have to do, you can either use a glue stick like this, or you can use a double-sided tape, which I much prefer. So you're going to take this, you want to peel a small piece, and I just take this piece and you can put it right inside the heart like that. Peel this off, and then now once you push it down, it will be very flat. And see the difference between this and this? It looks a lot better. It will look much better. Almost done, guys. We're gonna put one more here just to keep it nice and flat. Put a big one here, right down just like that. Peel the tape off and close it. Now there you have it. I put this in my wallet, make sure it's nice and flat, and we're ready to perform the effect. Okay, so now that you have the origami heart folded, I'm going to show you the quick performance of what this would actually look like. You take a dollar bill, fold it like this into a little square, a box, and watch closely. All you have to do is just wave my hand, turn into an origami heart. Now I'm going to show you to do this right now, and the reason I say that this version is more simplified and is meant for camera usually is because we're actually in a little bit dirty because we have another bill stuck into your palm. Now don't worry, I'm going to teach you two different versions. One like this that I think looks a little bit more magical and looks more clean for this reason, and another version that you can actually perform live and you also end clean as well. I think the change of this version looked the best. So here's what you have to do. You have an origami heart like this. Now as you can see, the way I fold the heart is that I make sure that the back of the bill is on the outside of the heart. Now reason for that, because on the back of this bill has more green. That means that the heart will look a little bit more dark. So in contrast of this, when there's a change, you can see a little bit better. Compared to this, as you can see on this one, it's a lot of white on the bill. So when it changed to this, it's a little bit hard to see the difference if you can look right now from here and this, okay? So you can see there's a little bit more contrast. So based on the bill and the currency that you have, you know, every bill is a little bit different, so pick what looks best for you. We're going to pre-fold the bill. First, you want to fold the bill in half, and I will take my bill and we're going to place it on the back like this. Now, I'm a right-handed person, so I will take this heart I will place it pointing to my right. Now, if you're left-handed, then you want to reverse the orientation to be this way. Okay, so just mirror everything. Now, as you can see, I will place this right here on this corner. You fold the bill in half. You're going to fold towards you like this until it hits here. So a brand new bill, you just fold until you can feel that crease right there. Make a nice crease, and from the bottom up, you fold this up like that. Now, once you have this pre-folded bill, it should look something like this. On the front, it should look like a square, and on the back is wrapping the gimmick around like that. Now, the reason for this because we're actually creating a shell around this bill. So as you can see, if I remove this, the front should match, okay? So this being wrapped inside, what you're actually doing is that you're taking away this shell. In the action of me waving my hand like this, I'm actually taking the shell out from the heart, just like that. So this goes inside like this, and with the help of this tape, and a sticky tape right here. Now you want to make sure that you use the tape about 1 inch, and the kind of tape I'm using is this kind of tape. The one that has a white sticker on the outside. You know, you don't want to use the 3M tape because those are usually a little bit thicker and it's a little bit more difficult, I find myself, to stick onto your palm. So take this kind of tape, you want to rip out about 1 inch, and I place it right here on this pad of your palm right here. Now you don't want to put it to center of your palm because usually that's when your palms start to get a little bit sweaty. And I find that here is the most dry place, and it conceals the tape a little bit better before you perform the trick. So this goes right here. Apply it like that. You can see right there, and just peel it out. Okay, so let's see if we can get this out. To my palm, and trying to get a nice clean tape, just like that. You can kind of pat this around, push it down as flat as you can, and you should have something like this. Now don't worry, you're not going to be showing this around to people like this, like, hey, look at my hand empty. Now the tape is clear, but it's actually a little bit visible, so when you perform this, you need to be a little bit more careful, but you can, you know, essentially kind of wave your hand around, and it looks free, you know, so you don't have to overproof that your hand is completely empty. Now, once we have this pre-folded bill, we're going to wrap this bill inside, as I mentioned before, and that's the end position that we want to get to. Okay, so before we started, the bill is hidden in the same place, and that's how we get started. I wrap the bill the other way around, and this is usually how I start the trick. Now you can put this inside of your wallet. When you want, you take out a wallet like this. You can show both sides because the gimmick is being trapped on the middle. This can be in your pocket as well. You take it out like this. Say, look, let me show you something, right? You push this over. You make sure not to flash the back of this heart. You flash like, you hold the bill like this. You're going to fold this in half. Depends on your presentation. Now, when I do that, I use my first finger and thumb, and we're going to align this heart. Now, in the beginning, you don't want to hold the bill too high like this because there's many chance of this bill sticking out, and you want to avoid any of a flash. So I like to hold this right in the middle like this, so that way you can kind of be very free with the bill like this. So you can kind of just show like this. You fold this in half, and as you start to fold, the second half, that's when this starts to push the heart into your palm, into the right position where it needs to be. So as I push, just kind of come up, and you're trying to align with your thumb, and you can use your first finger as a guide to get this in the right place. As you can see right now, we're trapping this in the center, and don't worry if it's not aligned perfectly. When you fold this up, this will push this up so it aligns on top automatically by itself. Now, once you have done it on the front, it should look something like this. You want to take your thumb, and you want to put your thumb right inside of this so you can grab the corner of this heart very easily, okay? So put the thumb right here. Once you're ready, you can flash this hand like this, show your hand empty quickly. I mean, again, you don't want to show your hand like this for too long, so just kind of casually wave your hand like this. And on a second time, as I move my hand over, you're going to stick this, literally stick this right here. You're going to apply a little pressure like this and come back out, and you want to delay it as if the change happening here, but not here, okay? So in fact, the change already happened here, but you delay it and make it happen right there because your finger can open very cleanly and it looks very magical. And you move this away, again hiding the heart the entire time. Again, you need to make sure you not flash this as well, front and bottom. So make sure you keep your hand parallel to the camera. You come up like this, and that's when you open your finger like this, reveal the change. This hand goes all the way down to the table and you can display the heart like this. Now in the meantime, if this hand is on the table, you can actually use this finger and get rid of this, and you can come up later to clean up, okay? Here, fold it in half, fold like this, fold like this. Now, this tape is pretty worn out, so please just ignore how bad this looks right now. But if you use a fresh new tape, it will look amazing. So from here, flash like this, come up, press, seal the tape, boom, reveal. Your hand comes down, your middle finger push here and get rid of that bill. And you can come up like this and show just like this. And that is how you perform Paperheart. Okay, so here's another option for you to perform. This one does not require any tape to be stuck onto your palm, so you can actually perform this live in the right situation. So if you have a table like this, it's perfect. In a restaurant or in a dining table, this is actually perfect because you can use this table to clean up the other bill. So let me show you what it looks like. At first, you take a bill, same thing, you fold like this in half. I can show both sides. There's nothing like this, nothing in the hand. Watch closely. 1, 2, 3, like this. It turns into a heart, and you can give them as a souvenir. They can keep this. You end completely clean. There's no tape. That's it. So here's how you do it. We're gonna use a technique called lapping right here. So as you can see, I'm actually ditching this piece at the very end to clean up, but I will get to that in just a second. The setup is the exact same thing. You put the heart like this. You wrap everything around like this. Now, instead of sticking to the tape, you're actually going to clip this bill. So I'm going to use this cross over my thumb. You're going to pinch the bill like this, and you move your hand away. Okay, you do not want to move the left hand out because if the change happens, you need to make sure that it happens in the same frame. So the right hand is the one that's moving away like this. And when you palm this, just keep your hand relaxed, but you don't want to open like this because there's a chance that you can see the bill through your finger. Okay, so make sure it's relaxed but closed. Once again, wave once, twice, clip like this, relax your hand, move this away, and put all the attention here. You transfer this. I curl my hand a little bit to pinch this one so this hand can be extended out as I'm asking them to hold out their hand. Now again, do not flash the bottom, so tilt your hand a little bit forward. Could you hold out your hand? I transfer this again to them, and at the same time this hand relax, drop down, and you brush this down onto your lap, and they can take a look at it. Now, if you want to do this a little bit easier, you can do like this too. So take a bill, and you can actually just go south with this. Same thing as the first version. You make it changes like this, and you can ask them to hold your hand and give this to them as a souvenir. So up to you. You know, this version is a little bit easier because the hand just come down immediately, and you can just ditch it. But there could be more heat to this hand. So the reason that I break it up, the move, just so that this hand can have a little bit less heat as it changes like this. You can hand this out, and then you can brush as you gesture. Now, when you drag this onto the table, you don't want to drag like this, and then it ends weird as if you're like still having something in your hand, or there needs to be a reason why your hand is moving around on a table. Like in magic, everything needs to make sense. There's no reason for me to just do this, right? So maybe it's just your hand is just relaxing on a table, and then you gesture like this, and that's when you drop the bill onto your lap. So make sure it's in a fluid motion. When you brush your hand like this, you drop your hand like this to the table, and you just move forward so it continues the action and it feels a little bit more natural. All right, so there you have it. There are two options for you to choose from. Both are for different situations. One is great for the camera. Another one is great if you're sitting on a table like this. Based on whichever one you feel more comfortable with, I personally like the tape version just because it looks more clean, and I've done that on TV before. But again, pick every one that you feel most comfortable with, and yeah, give it a try. Hope you guys like it. All right, thank you so much for sticking around to this very end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy Paperheart. It's a very fun trick and a dear effect of mine. I've been obsessed with this effect for so long, and I'm so happy to share this with all of you today. Now, if you do perform this on anywhere, social media or anything, please send me or tag me a video at Patrick Kun on Instagram. I would love to see your performance. As I mentioned before, we're doing a giveaway. All you have to do, just write down in the comment, tell me your love story, any magical story in the past or anything that you plan to do it in the future. We will have my team pick the top 5 and I will give away 5 copies of the digital content of the Paperheart. Now, 2 years ago, we have an advanced version of Paperheart, which is the gimmick version, and it's completely sold out right now, but I'll teach you how to construct it. So with that said, again, thank you again for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe this video, and share this video. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy Valentine's, bye!